So we're going to start the process by removing the engine cover. 4 rubber snaps right here. Pretty easy to do. Most of these Volkswagens are the same when it comes to that. Next we need to remove our 4 ground wires from the coil packs. That's actually what holds the coil packs in as well. It calls for a special service tool to remove the coil packs, but I think we're going to be able to get around that today. So let me grab a 10mm. Let's get these coil packs loose and disconnected. All right, so I've got you zoomed in a little bit more now there. Looks like first there's a retention nut here. Be careful and don't drop these. If you do, I guess grab a magnet. All right. So once those are loose, that'll at least get the grounds out of the way for you. There's still the stud that has to be removed. Now, per the service, you're supposed to remove this harness in one piece. So what I'm going to do is make sure that there's a couple other plugs that we can actually disconnect here, I think, to make this a little bit easier as we kind of remove this and set it back out of the way. So I'm going to do that. There's a little plastic clip here that wants to be a little pain, but I'll get a pry tool. Try not to pry on anything there. Just kind of keep wiggling that piece until you get it up out of there. Okay, so now with those harnesses removed, this just went over to, looks like what's kind of like a, probably the variable valve timing sensor solenoid. And this appears to be something on the turbo. So probably like an exhaust gas temperature or something like that on the turbo. So now, these are your typical Volkswagen rock them back and pull them loose plugs. Sometimes they can be a pain, but just kind of pull these back, and while you're pulling them back, just kind of start to work this whole plug coil pack harness assembly off. All right, just like so. And now, with that loose, that'll give us a lot more room to work here. See, we can just gently fold this back out of the way. And now we're ready to remove the coil packs. Okay, so we're back and it's time to install the plugs. What I've come up with is a 5/16 piece of hose fuel line that I had from a previous job of some type. And seems like that's going to work quite well. So I've got just a little bit of my anti-seize stick here. Again, I don't like to put too much anti-seize. Just a little bit, if you can see that. Just enough to kind of coat the threads. Make sure that hose is somewhat straight on there the best it can be. Just get your spark plug down in there. Hold it as centered as you can. And get that baby started. You should be able to tell once you get it down in there properly. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, again, just a little bit of anti-seize on the thread, not too much. You can kind of feel the plug seat in its home, in its threads, and then just start turning that baby. And you'll feel it get tight, and just keep twisting your tube to pull right off. So I'm going to move on here. Get this job done. Go ahead and finish up my number 3 plug. I'll get them all started in here for us, and then I'll come back and we'll actually torque these. Okay, I'm back. We've got a little 3/8 torque wrench set up here, 30 Newton meters. Got distracted halfway. All right, 30 Newton meters on all of them. Now, it's time to place the coil packs. Plug faces the rear, connector faces the rear, I should say. And they just sort of sit right on top of the spark plugs. Interesting little fit. Kind of give it a little tap. Make sure it's seated. Seems to help. All right, now we can go ahead and continue. We can get these coil pack studs in. There we go. Get these installed. Right. I do not have a torque spec on these. Just don't break them. They don't have to be super He-Man tight. Just snug. All right, now we can move on. Go ahead and get the, excuse me, I have to wipe some sweat. It's hot in Virginia. Probably gonna be about 85, maybe 90 today. Yeah, I know. It's not as bad as some places. Okay, so let's get our pack connectors realigned. Don't forget, you got 2 other connectors you disconnected. So we'll get all these lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4. The grounds are pretty self-explanatory. It's really a nice design, so you can't screw them up. Alright, now these are just the lock nuts for to hold down the ground. Don't forget to give those a little snug down. Again, not too tight. Just make sure they're snug. You don't want them vibrating loose, obviously, but at the same time, you don't want to break anything. And again, don't forget. Again, I think this is for the variable valve timing. Get that puppy connected. It hooks onto this little piece there, little piece of plastic on the timing chain cover. And then again, you've got the one connector back here on the turbo. And that's it, folks. That's it. Almost forgot this little clip here. Goes on, hooks around the little tube there. Don't forget the clip hooks around the little tube there. And the best way to get this lined up is just get one corner started, square it up, and just push it down. Now this wasn't that bad of a job, truly. I don't know, I guess it's taken me probably an hour, maybe less, probably less really. I took a little break in between. So while I've got the hood up, I'm gonna go ahead and check all my fluids while I'm under here. Still have about 3 or 4 more K to go on my oil change. So I should be good there. So I'm going to check all my fluids, top off with some windshield washer fluid because we've got a lot of bugs out this time of year. And take this baby for a little test drive, make sure everything's all well. And I think that'll have it. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope this is informative and helpful to you.